So what I'm doing right now is I'm just basically putting in some light layers. I'm putting in just some structurally sound hair or layers, because if I can get the structurally sound layers in, then I can go back over the hair with kind of an abstract technique, and I can put movement in it, and that's going to help it be something you can wake up and work with every day.
Right.
And it's also going to be something that looks fabulous and fashionable on a daily basis as well.
Awesome. It's exactly what I want.
This is the monotonous part of hair cutting. This is I've got to get that structure in there so I can get to the flat ironing or to the blow drying.
And I'm just also still very relaxed from your awesome shampoo. The best part of a haircut.
The best part of a haircut is the shampoo.
If you have somebody who can do a great shampoo.
Well, and I would love to tell you that I learned my massage techniques from like this Asian monk on Misty Mountain. The truth of it is that I wanted to be a masseuse for a little while, so I had a really, really fat neighbor who taught me how to give massages. So right now what I'm doing is I'm watching how the hair falls, and I want to watch, and I really want to see kind of how does the hair move so far. And I know it's not parted, and I know it's all messy, but even still, you can find that natural part.
Right.
And I've noticed out here in West Texas, everybody has two natural parts. You've got the one that they naturally have, and then the one they've trained their hair to have.
Exactly.
So we'll discuss what kind of part you want to have. What I'm looking at now is how the line reacts here with how the layers fall, and I think we did a really good job of just setting in that structure. We're going to go ahead and prep it for the blow dry and then blow dry. And then we'll go back into the final stage of hair cutting, something I do a little bit different than most people out here. I like to cut hair, then I like to style hair or blow dry our hair, and then I like to go back and cut it again. It's called wet to dry cutting, which normally would take place over time if we just cutting your hair and cutting your hair and cutting your hair. In the salon, we don't have that much time. So I blow dry it, we will cut it again, and that's when we'll go in and we'll do the cool cutting and the shattering out the ends, and that's also when we'll put in the fringe.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and prep your hair with some Lux oil, and this is the straight up Lux oil. I use 2 pumps because this is potent stuff.
Okay.
And we just run it from the ends all the way up through to the roots. I like to start in the bottom of the hair because if anything's going to have too much of an oil deposit, you want it to be hidden.
Definitely.
And then with whatever residual is left, I like to go just over the top and really kind of make it shiny. For your hair, just like most Midland hair, your hair's a little bit dry. So I'm going to go in with the Lux Oil spray. And I'm just going to hit it a little bit because we'll end up brushing it through.
And this Lux oil, is this something that y'all sell here at Chrysalis?
This is something we sell. This is actually something that I'm very, very proud of. I was on a think tank in London, hours and hours in a boardroom telling people that I really want to see Lux oil in the States. And I had a hand in kind of getting it here. So it is my baby.
Awesome.
It's like Moroccan oil, and Moroccan oil is awesome. But like this, doesn't have that Moroccan oil smell. It smells very luxurious. It smells very, very light and crisp.
So it's not like too much.
No, it's not too much at all. And it's also a lot lighter than Moroccan oil. Lux oil is really, really cool because you can use more and more and more of it to get that perfect amount. Whereas with Moroccan oil, you put it in your hand and it's kind of like, spray and pray.
That's exactly right.
So, and again, with the equipment that I'll be using today on your hair, I use nothing but GHD. GHD is top of the line blow dryer. It keeps your hair from frizzing too much. The GHD flat iron is called the Eclipse. It uses titanium blades that are internally adjusted. So basically what the blade does is I put it on the hair and the blade reads your hair, texture, type, density, all that other stuff, and it heats itself accordingly. So I have no physical hand in heating your hair on the upside. Your
So
hair never gets too hot.
that's
or
basically
dry.
the best you can do for your hair.
That is literally the best flat iron, in my opinion. The best flat iron.
And we can get that here too.
I can order it. I don't keep them in stock because retail on those is around $500.
But it is something that you could get for
It's a once in a lifetime buy. You buy it, it'll last you 10 years more than likely.
awesome.
That comes with all kinds of stuff. And so, but what I'm going to do today is called wrap drying. It's kind of a forgotten type of style of blow drying. Basically what it does is it smooths the roots down, and it really focuses on getting that hair in its natural fall.
Well, your brush can get through it without it getting stuck, so already it's better.
Like I said, I really love these brushes. I got them in London. They're Sassoon. I think they're called vest brushes. That's what they're called. And I don't know anywhere that sells them. Trust me, I've been looking. I have to go back to London to get them. They really do make the hair so shiny, so smooth. Definitely give you a little bit of tension drying on your hair. So, now how does your hair feel? I know we put the Lux oil in it, and we kind of sprayed a little bit of that fancy water on your hair.
Well, I can tell you just by looking at it in the mirror that it already looks a lot healthier. When I blow dry it personally, it doesn't ever go this smoothly. It was probably because it was time for me to get a haircut, but it looks a lot smoother though. And I don't know if you said your brush does something different too?
The brush does a little bit of something.
But it's probably mainly that oil, the
But
Lux oil.
the oil's doing a lot of that work.
Yeah.
You know, the brush can only do as much as plastic can do. And there's a lot of gimmicks. They're like, oh, get this ionized Japanese plastic and pay 3 times more for this than you would a best brush. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but it's still plastic.
Yeah, but it's a lot about the product.
It is a lot about the product. And like I said, client education is the number one problem in West Texas. So many stylists, not as much here because like I said, my team is absolutely amazing. I love the people I work with, and they really do take care of their clients. But there is a huge problem in West Texas, a lack of client education. They're constantly worrying about volume, they're worrying about these different issues that may come up in their hair style-wise, that they forget about the health of their hair, you know. And they'll come to us, and I've had clients who come to me and they're like, well, do you have any like volumizing sprays or any volume mousse? And they always say volume. I'm like, okay. But anyway, they always want that miracle thing that can give them more volume. They don't care about the health of their hair. And so I do work a little bit opposite of that. I always go, no, I don't have anything for volume, anything more than your hair can naturally do, but I do have stuff to make your hair healthy. And when your hair is healthy, you can do more with it. You see how your hair is incredibly frizzy? Even after we smoothed it, even after we did everything we did, it's still incredibly smoothie, or incredibly
Frizzy.
Frizzy, thank you, smoothie.
A smoothie does sound good.
So
I just thought that was how my hair is always going to be in life.
no, for $350 you can have perfectly smooth hair. Yes,
Awesome.
It's expensive, but it lasts about 6 months.
So how about the comparison of my nappy frizzy hair on this side and how beautiful it looks on this side? Because that's awesome.
So, and the finished product is going to be so cool.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about your hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and straighten the line. And straightening the line is a big issue. It's something that always helps with getting a perfect line straight. And making it something that goes from a 2-week haircut to a 6-week haircut.
Awesome.
soften those corners and we soften those edges that we cut very technically. See that kind of straightish line?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go in and I'm really going to soften into that. And that makes the blend a little bit better. That makes the whole thing just a little bit better. I can take bigger sections, mainly because I know what I'm doing.
Right.
But also because we're not altering the line at all. And that's the difference with point cutting. A lot of people will use thinning shears or they'll use point cutting techniques as a way to fix your haircut. And you'll see them actually altering the line. I don't want to alter the line at all. I just want to soften the line. So the line should still be very technically strong, but it should also be softer. Because I'm not trying to fix a haircut, I'm trying to enhance the haircut. I like to take kind of diagonal sections, avoiding the round of the head, avoiding the ears. Because this right here is the part that establishes your line. This here is what we call internal work, and that's really what we need to be texturizing. If you go any lower than that, you're just making a mess. Unless you've got extremely thick hair, which your hair is very, very normal, very good hair. Just and I'm going to soften that corner just a little bit. The corner back here is the biggest buildup of hair, so this is what really needs to go back through and be softened. It's also where there's the most hair, so there's the most split ends. Perfect. Now I'm going to use a 4 bristle brush, and we're going to go ahead and brush through your hair. And then, last but not least, I will frame in your face.
So there's more.
There is more. There's always more. I can work for 3 hours on your hair and still have stuff to refine. But that's just the nature of hairdressing. That is just the nature of hairdressing. And everybody's looking for that perfect haircut. I'm kind of breaking my own rule here, going in and point cutting in and reshaping the line. But that's for the face frame. I don't want to cut it on a club or cut it flat because it just really takes away from that natural, kind of that natural right there. Then what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to spray it with this infused stuff, not necessarily because your hair has to have it, but because I don't believe in hairspray. I really don't. I hate it.
Why?
Yeah, hairspray dries out your hair. And in this climate, in this type of hair environment, well, hairspray, yeah, can make you look like that woman from the movie Tammy. But hairspray is going to dry out your hair. So if you're looking for a really good precision style and you don't want your hair to react horribly with the environment, you don't use hairspray. Just stop it with the hairspray.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. You can get a little bottle of that glossing spray, and 5 minutes later your hair can be shiny and wonderful and pretty, and it's not necessary. Just not necessary to have hairspray.
Oh my gosh, I can just tell it feels so much better. Okay, so here's the final product. Robert Tucker, he did my hair today. He did an awesome job. I love it. It feels great. And the best part is that he was very involved. Walked me through everything he was doing. One of the most personal haircuts that I've ever gotten. I'm very, very pleased with the final product. So thank you so much. Chrysalis Salon. Set your appointments. Robert Tucker, he's awesome.